Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Almira and in this video I want to explain or give information about the importance of mental health awareness. And first of all, I want to explain to you about what is mental illness. So, mental illness is a physical illness of the brain that causes disturbance in thinking, behavior, energy, or emotion that make it difficult to cope with the ordinary demands of life. And there are two most common mental health conditions, and the two most common mental health conditions are anxiety disorder and mood disorder. Each year struggle with some type of anxiety disorder, including PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder, and OCD or obsessive compulsive disorder, panic disorder or we call it panic attack, also generalized anxiety disorder and specific phobias. And the next is mood disorder. Mood disorders such as depression and bipolar depression affect nearly 10% of adults each year and are characterized by difficulties in regulating one's mood. Then, why we have to aware with this issue or mental health issue? It's only half of those affected by mental illness receive treatment, often because of the stigma attached to mental health. Untreated mental illness can contribute to poorer performance at school and work, fewer employment opportunities, and increased risk of suicide. Mental illness affects 19% of adult population, 46% of teenagers, and 13% of children each year. People struggling with their mental health, maybe in your family, they can maybe your neighbor, your friend, or it can be the people around you right now. That's why we have to aware with this mental health issue and we can help them to uh, survive with this mental health issue. And then what can we do to help them? Although the general perception of mental illness has improved over past decades, studies show that the stigma against mental illness is still powerful, largely due to media stereotype and lack of education, and that people tend to attach negative stigma to mental health condition at a far higher rate than to other diseases and disabilities. Stigma affects not only the number of seeking treatment, but also the number of resources available for proper treatment for them who want to get the treatment. Stigma and misinformation can feel like overwhelming. For someone who is struggling with a mental health condition, here a few powerful things that we can do to help them. First, showing individual respect And acceptance removes a significant barrier to successfully coping with their illness. And then advocating within our circle of influence helps ensure these individuals have the same rights and opportunities as other members of your community. And then the last is learning more about mental health. And if we learn more about mental health, it allow us it allow us to provide helpful support to those affected in our communities. And in the end, we know that this is very important to us to aware about this issue, about mental health issue, from what I explained to you before about the explanation of mental illness and why we have to aware with this issue and what can we do to help them. And that's all about my video. Thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.